Addy contacted us about a year and a half ago as a complete novice and said that he wanted to do a heli drop at the end of the season, which I said was a tall order for a beginner. He then informed me that he was blind as well, which kind of upped the ante. So he said it wasn't impossible, but it was quite a tall order.
I thought if I make my campaign a little bit more different and catch people's attention, then it might encourage them to make a donation towards the cause I was fundraising for.
It was a really interesting scenario, really. I kind of first of all thought that it was kind of great that he had the kind of gall and the determination that he wanted to do this project. But for me personally, my point of view was, am I going to be able to get the technique across to him, get him to a level where it's good enough to be flown in a helicopter into the high mountains and left there to snowboard down. It was surprising actually, even to myself, that how well he understood what I was trying to get across to him, and how quickly he actually put it into the technique and into his riding. I really do feel that he is ready. He's got to a pretty good level of an intermediate snowboarder. There's a lot of people that have been doing snowboarding, I'm sure, a lot longer than he has, and don't have the same control and same technique level that he has. I look forward to seeing the grin on his face at the bottom of the slope once we've hiked up and he's come down and he's actually realised that he's achieved what he set out to do.
It's the morning of the heli drop, and I'm quite excited. We're in Switzerland at the moment. We've just driven over the border from France. We're just frantically got everything ready right now. We're just waiting for our helicopter to arrive. I'm really nervous at this point in time, especially as I'm all prepared now. I've got everything ready, got my bag packed, got all my kit sorted here, so all I can do now is just think about the helicopter, so I'm getting a bit nervous now.
We're sitting on a little rocky peak here. This is called the Col de Plane.
Is that what I'm sitting on?
That's what you're sitting on.
Cool.
Okay. In front of you, you've got a big glacier called the Selena Glacier. There's a lot of good skiing and ski touring in here. And then you've got the Aiguille d'Argentière up to the right. It's a big peak, just under 4,000 meters.
Which way is that?
That's like over this way. Okay, so we've got this rocky one.
I feel quite calm actually. It's really peaceful. Apart from the few planes and stuff, but it's really peaceful and you feel like you're on a different planet. And just looking forward to the descent.
Lovely, that's it. Nice and relaxed. Your leg. Okay, in your toes up slowly. Round on the toes. Okay, let it keep running now. Okay, back to the heels. Okay, let it run around. Let it keep running around on the heels. Let it run a bit faster. Okay, flatten the board off. Okay, toes up. Okay, come to the toes.
This is a snow bridge that's starting to collapse in the heat. Today it's quite cold, so it's frozen again. So we're going to just cross over the crevasse. We're going to go up here to the right and then over the snow bridge. Keep the rope taut, Georgia. You guys.
Full turn. Bring it round slowly. Okay, slow down a little bit. Go back to full turn. Slowly round, good. Come back across on the toes. Keep coming across on the toes. Okay, slow it down a tiny bit. Okay, round onto the heels. Keep going round, slowly round. Okay, bumpy a bit. Keep going across. It's gonna get a little bit bumpy. Okay, back to the heels. Okay, sit, let it run around. Let it keep running around on the heels. Let it run a bit faster. Okay, flatten the board off just a tiny bit. Okay, keep going out. Stay on the heels for a sec. Stay on the heels. Okay, toe turn. Okay, come to the toes, that's it. Around, let it run. Don't steer too much now. Okay, slowly back down to the heels. Okay, keep coming. A little bit on the toe edge, that's it. So this is the traverse here. Hold on to your toe edge, but keep it flat. Okay, that's it. Keep traversing round.
Very good, Eddie. Good. Is that good?
That's good, man. That was good.
I'm afraid that's all we got time.
Job done. That's nice.
Well done.
Nice job, mate. From way
Shake my
back up
hand,
there,
it's right in
actually.
front of you.
Did we travel quite
Shake
well
my
then?
hand. Well done.
Thanks, guys.
Well done, mate.
Well, I'm absolutely stoked. That was my first heli drop in my whole life, and it was such an experience. It was really great. Got a great set of people with me here, and I felt quite safe most of the time on the mountain. When I was snowboarding, I had amazing guidance by Keith, and he just kept on talking to me, and that was really reassuring. So if there was bumps coming up, he'd let me know, so I'd get more flexible with my legs, and it was really cool. I didn't, I felt comfortable and challenged at the same time. I don't know, how did you find it, Keith?
I thought you did well, mate. It's like you did nice big turns. Like you were in a good balanced position. Like as you said, some of the terrain was a little bit bumpy, but you coped with that fine.
I really didn't really know how it was going to be, to be honest, and I guess people can see pictures of stuff like this, and I never really had a frame of reference, to be honest. So I knew it was going to be high up, and I knew it was going to be it's going to be wide open terrain from what Keith and Neil was telling me, but I just couldn't fathom that it was going to, I'd be able to snowboard for ages and ages without any people and without any interruptions. It was great.
It was a good day. I think we had more of a mountain day than just a pure heli day. We did a bit of hiking, a bit of riding. It was quite a big day, and a lot of kind of a mix between snowboarding, heli, and mountaineering. And that's the heli coming to pick us up.
I've just performed a challenge on a snowboard which many people would have thought a blind person wasn't able to perform, and if people think that's remarkable, then I would really like people to perform something remarkable themselves. I would like them to help 300 children have a future. These children survived the Asian earthquake of 2005, but they lost everything else.